Hola, Minasan! Welcome back for another round of Nintendo Direct reactions. A surprise drop from Nintendo happened. It is focusing on Switch 1 games exclusively. Next Wednesday will be the Switch 2 presentation. So, oh man, this may be the last Nintendo Direct exclusively focused on Switch 1. The next time we see Nintendo Direct, we'll probably talk about Switch 2 games. In addition to other Switch 1 games together, both for both systems, what's going to be for both systems. But this one is all about the Switch 1, and man, what memories. It's been holy mackerel. The 2025, this came out in 2016, right? Nearly 9 years, nearly 10 years now. Gosh, the system is old. Jeez, remember when we first saw the Switch? Oh man, with that whole music spiel and people going to the airport and playing next to each other or at the basketball court. Oh man, how far this system's gone, and it's so close to beating out PS2 in lifetime sales. It's insane. But Nintendo's got to turn the page. I mean, they squeezed as much as they could out of this system. Seriously, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel now, and it's time to move on. But man, what a nice little system that could, and really got Nintendo back after that. The whole Wii U debacle. Jeez, man, jeez, that's insane. That's insane. So yeah, Switch games. What's gonna be up for Switch games? Well, I got some predictions. I'm gonna write some predictions out. Uh, of course, I can't predict arcade archives like I did that one time. I don't think that's gonna happen. Definitely, Metroid Prime 4 is going to most likely be part of it. Probably to confirm that it's still going to be on the Switch 1. I still stand by my prediction for all these years that I've been been covering Nintendo Directs, that Metroid Prime 4 is going to go multi-plat with the Switch 2. But I think we're going to get a date for the PS1. For the PS1. Now it's the NS1. Yo, NS1, PS1. Tell me that isn't a mistake there. Can't really call it Switch 2. It's so weird. I'm going to call it the NS2. So the NS1, I say Metroid Prime 4 with the date. Gonna probably get to some RPGs. I could see maybe a couple of RPGs gonna be in there. I know it's a little broad. People have been saying that they're dying for a Silk Song. I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon, but that'll be a shocker if it happens. So I'm not gonna put that in my predictions. Let's see what else. Nintendo. Oh, I would be shocked if Nintendo announces something like F Zero or Star Fox. Some one of their small franchises. So let's say, well, because they did announce F Zero and they put that live. We still haven't seen Star Fox. Maybe a Star Fox. Let's say they surprise us with a Star Fox. More at Nintendo Switch Online. More NSO games. Let's see. Capcom is going to probably talk about their fighting collection. The next one, Capcom Fighting Collection 2. They're probably going to reconfirm its release. It's happening, is it next month? Fighting Collection 2. Yeah. Why did I put Fighting Collection Fighting 2? I could totally see that happening. And maybe one more prediction. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see. That definitely focusing on games. Maybe a third part. We're probably gonna see an indie game. Not Silk Song, although that would be a shocker. But definitely at least an indie game. We'll probably see an indie game. Now, my out there prediction. My out there prediction. What am I gonna? Let's see. Aside from, let's see here. I would say someone from the third party is going to announce something. It's definitely not gonna be GTA 6. That ain't gonna happen. But I would think maybe one of the third parties, aside from Capcom, um, something that's way out there. Call of Duty did get scooped up. I would say Microsoft's gonna announce something big, announce a game. You know what I'm saying? A Microsoft game is gonna come in there. You know what I'm saying? I say Microsoft's gonna announce another game to close out. Uh, yeah, so those are gonna be my predictions. Are they all gonna come true? I don't think so. You know, I don't think so. So yeah. um, but hands down, the games library has been very interesting on Switch too. Boy, that's gonna. I mean, Switch One on the NS1. Uh, oh my gosh! You see, now I'm starting to get my wires crossed here between NS1 and NS2. I'm hoping for a lot of games like really rapid fire. I don't want to see any weird random stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see weird random stuff. I don't, especially Alarmo. I don't want to see any of that stuff. I hope they stay only on games and games alone. They've come so far at this point. And now that they're about to turn the page, like this is it. You know, we're talking like so many collections, like the Street Fighter collection, which is this was one of the most big surprises going on that had happened on the Switch. A lot of the companies leaned hard into their collections. Square Enix did the Saga collection. Konami did all these arcade collections and franchise collections like Castlevania and Contra. Capcom most definitely leaned hard into their collection schemes from Mega Man to Street Fighter. Their fighting game catalog. They even did the beat 'em ups. You know, sure they didn't have something like Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, which is understandable. It's a licensed game, but the fact that a lot of these companies did this, and even the smaller companies did their compilations. Like smaller companies like Tolplan, they did their collections. Then Edia weak in a very weak manner did their TurboGrafx 16 PC Engine compilations in a very skeezy way, quite honestly. Instead of just putting all the games on one whole cartridge, they broke them down to separate cartridges, and that's so lame, so lame. But Namco really did great with their collection, especially the Namcot, putting all their NES games into one set. Yeah, I mean, shoot, man, this was an amazing era, quite honestly. And I don't believe one bit Nintendo can duplicate this. There's no way they could duplicate this, especially if with the backwards compatibility. You know what I'm saying? With the backwards compatibility, there's no reason for a lot of these companies to reprint all the games that they published on the NS1. I don't see them doing that with the NS2. You know what I mean? They're gonna move forward with other games and such. So yeah, I'd advise y'all not to sell off, not to give up your NS1 cartridges if you got them. Something tells me with this backwards compatibility, it's going to, yeah, we're still gonna be able to play these, and who knows, they probably might have the ability to upscale it or something. I'm not sure. Who knows? You know what I mean? It's going to be a quite amazing transition year. This is a transitional year, and and I could tell you this: Metroid Prime 4 is going to be the one. That's going to be the killer app for Switch 2 and for Switch 1 owners. There's no, there's I still stand by my prediction. They're going to definitely put Metroid Prime 4 out for both consoles, because this has happened before with both Breath of the Wild and Twilight Princess. They delayed both of those games for a very long time, especially Breath of the Wild. That was supposed to be on the Wii U, and they delayed that for nearly 2 years. before release. Like, I remember because I went to Nintendo World Store in New York and got to play Breath of the Wild demo. You know, with the gamepad's capabilities and everything. I still have the pictures. And all of a sudden, they started stalling out, and then they removed the Wii U features, and then announced that it was going to be multi-plat with the Switch 1. Smart move, you know, because Nintendo needed to really, really ensure, you know, convince the investors that they're not out of the game or anything, you know. And that's pretty crazy how Nintendo was able to structure the entire Switch 1 release and the whole entire pattern to get the investors off their backs, because that was such a nightmare Nintendo put themselves in. And they really put themselves in it. You know, they really put themselves in the hole. They had a very terrible PR team doing the Wii U, covering Wii U. It made absolutely no sense whatsoever what was going on. You know, like, nobody knew what that was. People thought it was an add-on. You know, when people were like asking me what's the Wii U, I would show them the 3DS and say it's this, but for the TV screen, because that's what it was. It was an overglorified DS unit. But you know, you got those rabid fanboys be like, no, it's not like. No, it is. It was a giant oversized DS. Oh my gosh! But the way that Nintendo structured the releases and their timings for their games was pretty excellent campaign by centralizing it on their fiscal year from March to March, which is their fiscal year. I think it was like April. When was their fiscal year? Their fiscal year is always in March. You know, they always go into their fiscal year, and for those 12 months in their fiscal year, you know, they would release every single game that they said they were going to release, and they actually stood by it. They stood by it. Aside from Metroid Prime 7, Metroid Prime 4, they always kept that quiet. But whenever they said made their announcement, hands down, it went without a hitch. And they timed it so perfectly that it was very difficult for people to really scoff at Nintendo and, you know, really dog Nintendo. Like, we were still dogging Nintendo. I mean, they tripped up along the way, starting with their online and their Nintendo Switch Online services and such. They've got to improve it. They got to improve on that, because that was a nightmare for doing that on NS1. Make matters worse, they need to bring back the shopping cart. They need to create a shopping cart. This whole paying for one game at a time is annoying. We need a shopping cart. So we could pay all at once. I mean, Microsoft and Sony already have long been doing that for their consoles. I don't understand why Nintendo has not done it yet with the eShop, and they need to do that quickly. They need to do it very quickly. Oh, we are on. Oh, new Dragon Quest? We got an RPG. What a start. What a great start. Playing the Japanese national anthem. Another HD 3D game. I love that Square Enix has done this. There we go. Get the volume down for y'all. But voice acting? No. I thought it was going to be voice acting. I was going to be surprised by that. Dragon Quest 3, 1 and 2 remake. Yep. That's a cool start. That's a cool start. Hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shinya Takahashi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. Today, we'll be providing information on upcoming Nintendo Switch games. We'll also have a Nintendo Direct for Nintendo
Yep,
Switch 2.
we'll be there for
April
that.
2nd. So please tune in for that as well. What you just saw was Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake from Square Enix. Another character appeared at the end. What kind of adventure awaits? We hope you're excited for more information in the future.
It looks like they added a whole nother adventure.
Okay,
That's a good
let's
sell.
do the first batch of headlines.
Here we go. This is real.
From dire straits.
No hope.
2 minutes until oxygen 0.
Okay, that's an anime character. Oh, I'm the Somnium Files. The third one? Nice.
In the Eye, the Somnium Files series is stirring.
Oh, I didn't expect that.
Kaname Date, a
I got the
special
first two.
agent with a sophisticated AI called Aiba embedded in his left eye.
Oh, that's
His mission
annoying.
is to track down Iris, an internet idol who has been trapped in a mysterious escape game. Conduct interviews to investigate Iris.
Oh, I can see the pixelation. Ugh.
Dive into a subject's dreams to reveal clues hidden deep within their psyche.
Yeah, I need a little bit more clarity on the resolution
Solve
here.
mind-bending puzzles in an explorable environment. Everything you learn will bring you one step closer to the truth.
Okay. Let me check my resolution.
Ability and dreams to rescue Iris. No sleep for Kaname Date from I, the Somnium.
July
Files.
25th,
Launches
alright.
on the Nintendo Switch system, July 25th.
I should have put anime game in my on my
Unleash the
checklist.
supernatural.
Persona or Shin Megami Tensei? And Devil Summoner. Yeah, it was pretty obvious. It was one of the two. Which one?
A classic Atlas action RPG returns with remastered HD
Oh!
graphics and enhanced
Rido
gameplay.
remastered.
Set in the capital city in the year Taisho 20, Rido Kuzunoha makes his living as an apprentice detective. But, unbeknownst to others, he also fights alongside demons as a devil summoner. To protect the capital, Rido must investigate.
Yeah, it's definitely a
series
Shin
of
Megami
supernatural
Persona.
cases. Fight in real-time battles alongside demons you summon.
I never heard of this one.
To strike an enemy's weak point, then follow up with a powerful attack.
Is this released on
Cooperation is
PS2
the key to victory.
in North
You
America?
can even turn opposing demons into allies. Demons can also be useful outside of battle. And their powers are helpful in finding solutions during investigations. Guide Rido through a series of strange incidents
I assume you're the bird who gave us a call?
as he uncovers a conspiracy that will shake the capital to its core. Rido Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army, launches on Nintendo Switch
June 19th.
June
Man, good on
19th.
good on Sega,
Later today
and
on
letting
Nintendo
and getting Alice to release some of their old stock. You know,
Consume darkness.
consume.
With your memories gone, you have been summoned to a strange, unfamiliar world
Shadow Labyrinth.
where you're greeted by a yellow orb.
You're
known
greeted
as-
by Pac-Man.
But who is this spherical stranger, moored in a mysterious maze?
It's obviously Pac-Man.
Survival begins. As Puck guides you on your journey, you'll delve deeper into
Yeah,
the
it's Pac-Man.
world.
That was the Puck-Man was going to be his original
You
name.
can phase shift and combine with Puck to explore
Yeah,
areas
see?
you couldn't
I knew.
reach before. But tread lightly. The creatures inhabiting this world will prove hostile. When facing imposing enemies, you and Puck can temporarily fuse into the Gaia form to unleash
What?
attacks.
That's hilarious.
By consuming your prey, you'll collect resources that can then be used to enhance your abilities. Work to uncover Puck's true goal. And and devour enemies to survive this cruel.
Oh my gosh, is this from Secret Level?
Iconic Pac-Man when Shadow Labyrinth launches on Nintendo Switch
July 18th. Shadow Labyrinth. Was that from Secret Level? I gotta see that episode.
Rhythmic March begins. Remasters of Patapon and
Wow!
are drumming on
I haven't heard
Nintendo
that name in
Switch
ages.
one bundle.
Patapon.
Play your drum to
Bandai's
the
dropping a lot of
different
games.
commands to the Patapon army. For example, Pata Pata Patapon advances them forward, while Pon Pon Patapon has them attack. And if you string together combos with good timing, the Patapons enter fever mode and get a big boost in power. From the horse-riding Kibapon to the shield-savvy Tatepon, build up your battalion to take on hordes of fierce foes. Plus, new features have been added, so you can advance to the beat of your own drum. Lead the Patapons and march forth. When
Sorry,
Patapon
I
1+2
forgot.
Replay launches on Nintendo Switch, July 11th. Welcome to Zephyrtown, a cozy place nestled in a windswept valley. This
Fantasy
is
Life?
where your new life begins.
The new Fantasy Life game? Oh, Story of Seasons. Really? Story of Seasons is back?
First cropping up on the Nintendo DS system, this immersive farming and life sim has no shortage of activities.
Should put that on my list. On my guest list. Did I put that on my guest list? No, I didn't.
Growing crops and caring for animals.
Farming Simulator, of course.
Then sell your produce and other wares at the town's weekly bazaar. As bazaar sales grow, you'll help the once famous market regain its former splendor.
Inspiring, honestly.
You can also get to know the locals
I'd like to spend more time with you.
and maybe nurture a relationship if you find that special someone. Plus, taking advantage of Zephyrtown's windy conditions can make travel and other tasks a breeze. The winds of change are coming, and your new life on the farm begins when Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar launches on the
Good to
Nintendo
see Marvelous
Switch
is
system
still in it.
August 27th.
You know, bringing out the Story of Season games and such.
Please look forward to the latest entry in the Story of Seasons series. Next, please take a look at this.
Capcom. Wow, already? Metroid Prime 4 Beyond? Oh, I was expecting this at the end of the Direct. Oh my gosh, we're getting gameplay. Ah, stuck in my head. Looks really gorgeous. Wow.
This is the unknown planet Vuros. Here, Samus finds a verdant jungle with a colossal tree at its center. In order to survive and escape this planet that she was unexpectedly transported to,
Oh.
Samus must scan stone figures and other relics to carve a path forward.
Okay.
She's not alone, though. Abhorrent, alien creatures living in the jungle are waiting to strike.
I like the purple hue on Samus.
As she explores the planet, Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers. Psychic abilities.
What? No.
These powers allow Samus to operate mechanisms and to open doors. They also allow her to control the trajectory of her beams.
Wow. Motion controls. We're gonna have motion controls, everybody.
But why were these powers bestowed upon Samus?
Is this set after all the events? Because that'll be very weird for her to have it in between. Cool, alien language. But that's going to be very weird if she has this power in between, like before Metroid Dread.
And what will be her fate after being
Metroid.
summoned to Vuros? The threads intertwining beyond space and time are beginning to weave a new tale.
No date. So, alright, this was a push. We got Metroid Prime 4, but we didn't get the date. Also, Dark Samus. Dang. That's some suit. That's a weird
It
suit.
looks like even more challenges await Samus.
But I like the new mechanics.
We hope you're looking forward to exploring with Samus's new psychic abilities.
Yeah, I like the new mechanics.
Okay, let's move on to some more headlines.
Ready to stir up some mischief?
Oh, is that
Once upon a
Oh,
time,
no.
there was a drab coffee shop that
no.
transformed
I was
into
thinking
a
of something else.
magical potion cafe. As the newest potionista of the cursed cafe,
Disney's cursed.
you'll craft potions for Disney villains and get to know them in
They
their
admitted
new
it, they're
light.
cursed.
Mix ingredients to brew all sorts of strange elixirs. Then serve them to your villainous visitors, including Ursula and Gaston. With help from Yzma, you can upgrade your ingredients to produce some wildly wicked.
No, it makes
creations.
sense that Yzma would be the one. She's the one with the
potions you make
potions.
can influence each customer's storylines, leading to different outcomes every time you play.
Lame.
Who knows what mischief might happen?
Lame.
Disney Villains Cursed Cafe. Launches on
Later
Nintendo
today.
Switch later today.
Lame. Oh yeah, and it's Thursday, so it's the release of eShop games. Indie game?
Welcome to Witchbrook College, where students strive to master the
Indie,
magic arts.
indie game. Chucklefish.
During class, use magic circles
All
to
right.
perform rituals. Fly on
I got
brooms,
3 so far.
and learn advanced techniques to go from witch
3
in training
predictions.
to skilled spellcaster.
That's pretty cool.
There's
Get
also
to do
plenty
that.
to do outside of class.
There's a
Hang
slice
out
of
with
life
friends
game.
at their homes.
Yeah. I gotta say,
Various
the
jobs to
graphics
help
are really
pay for
good.
tuition. Or use the spells you've learned to craft and sell original items.
Yeah, another slice of life game
Plus,
though.
up to 4 players can make magic together in online co-op.
Okay, that's cool.
Explore this whimsical world on the road to graduation and beyond. Are you ready for a spellbinding journey? Enrollment
What's with the
begins
coffee
when
outdoors?
Witchbrook flies onto Nintendo Switch this holiday. Action, adventure, and arcade games await. Set off on a fantastical mission to eliminate a
THQ.
mysterious deity. In this hand-drawn
This
platform
looks
adventure,
nice.
explore
Oh my
the
gosh, the
expansive
hand-drawn
arcana
animation is
where
great.
Nightmares and wonder collide.
Yo, this is
Upgrade your
Cuphead.
trusty cane with magical parts.
And you play an old
and
dude with a
use
cane?
its abilities to find
Yes,
your
it's
path through
freaking,
the enchanting
DuckTales.
world. Can you uncover the secrets the archipelago holds? Find out when the Eternal Life of Goldman launches on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Okay. THQ was like, we want to do DuckTales.
Celebrate the 40th anniversary of Gradius. with a
Yo.
collection of arcade shoot-'em-up games.
Please be
from
it coming out
across the
today.
Series. Titles include Gradius, Salamander,
Yes.
Life Force,
Across multiple
Gradius
consoles.
2, Gradius 3, and Salamander 2.
This was long
Come
overdue.
with multiple versions, including ones from different regions and launch years. Plus, take the helm in a brand new entry, Salamander.
What? They put a whole new game in there.
Gradius Origins launches on the Nintendo Switch system
Today?
August 7th.
Oh,
Pre-orders
August.
begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Wow.
Battle to the beat in Rift of the Necro Dancer.
Oh.
The corresponding buttons in
Oh,
each
yeah,
fight to
didn't
fight
they- I remember
monsters
hearing about
with
this.
based combat.
Or is
Keep
this
the
just released?
cadence going with epic boss battles,
No, Necro
quirky
Dancer
minigames,
continuing
remix
on.
stages, and global leaderboards.
Okay.
Plus, more musical mayhem awaits in the Celeste Music Pack paid DLC. And
Oh, that's nice.
Be on the lookout for more DLC in the future. Rift of the Necro Dancer launches on Nintendo
The Necro
Switch
Dancer series
later
continues.
today.
Oh, cool.
Let's see what's in store.
A cutesy game.
Welcome to Tamagotchi Plaza. A brand new
Tamagotchi.
entry in the Tamagotchi Connection series.
Oh, I'm sorry. You gotta pronounce it the
There are
Japanese way, huh?
stores
Tamagotchi.
galore. Design glasses at the eyewear shop. Polish pearly whites solo or with a friend at the dentist. And arrange plates at the afternoon tea shop. 12 wonderful stores need your help. Provide good customer service to get high ratings and upgrade each shop. In doing so, you'll get to meet more Tamagotchi, making the town livelier than before. With over 100 new and classic Tamagotchi, business is sure to be booming. Get ready to set
No, glad
up
to see
shop
that Tamagotchi
when
is still at
Tamagotchi
it.
Plaza launches on Nintendo Switch June 27th.
That was like so big back in the late 90s. Pokemon! Of course. Should have put that on the list. That was an easy Pokemon Legends ZA.
Welcome to Pokemon Legends ZA, a new title in the Pokemon series. You'll begin your adventure by choosing one of 3 partner Pokemon. The setting is this metropolis that also appeared in the Pokemon X and Pokemon Y games, Lumio City.
Ah, I never played
To
the
make it easier
XY.
for people and Pokemon to coexist, a company named Quasartico Inc. is carrying out an urban redevelopment plan. Here,
Oh,
we'll get a
gentrification.
glimpse into the lives of the Pokemon and people of Lumio City.
Gonna displace all the Pokemon.
Scattered all over town are wild zones. These areas are special environments where wild Pokemon can live comfortably, even within the city. You can catch Pokemon here. But they might be hostile. If you sense trouble, get to safety. There are Pokemon that live outside wild zones too.
Are they
Some of them
catchable?
can even be found on rooftops. People and Pokemon live easygoing lives in Lumio City. But when night falls, the city's
Evil.
aura transforms. Highly skilled trainers are invited to participate in a tournament, the ZA Royale.
That is such a lame
Trainers
name.
await in battle zones.
The ZA Royale. Come on, you could have come up with a better name.
If you're spotted, they'll challenge you to
What
battle.
does the Z and the A mean?
Strike first before being seen, and you'll land a surprise attack.
Wow.
During
Okay.
battles, using a super effective move at the right moment is key.
I love that they're interacting with each
With
other.
Mega Evolution, some Pokemon can power up even more.
This is very
You'll
interesting.
start at rank Z and work your way up to rank A.
Okay, now it makes sense. Dumb name though.
Trainers who reach the top are said to have a wish granted. Day and night are 2 sides to Lumio City. it seems there are even more secrets waiting to be uncovered. What will you find?
So basically, you get to live the anime.
Pokemon Legends ZA.
May
launches on
2025.
Nintendo
Multiplat.
Switch.
I see it as a multiplat.
In Lumio City, where the game is set, the aura transforms between day and night. It seems there are even more secrets to uncover. Please be on the lookout for more information in the future. Next, please take a look at this.
Hello there.
Oh my gosh, Rhythm Heaven.
The game you're about to see boop, doesn't have a big, epic story. Boop. But what it does have is lots of fun
I hear the
and
tone.
games. Boop.
Yep.
You wanna see? Boop.
Click.
Just press the button to jump through the ring. Boop.
Yeah, I called it. A small franchise was gonna come back.
It
I was
sounds
expecting
easy,
Star Fox, but Rhythm Heaven is just as good.
but the timing is super tricky. Boop.
Maybe
Maybe you could try it in time to a rhythm.
A-E-A-U-O.
In this game, you might do almost anything, but you will need to do it in rhythm. With practice,
Oh, the
you
music's
can
good.
play it with your eyes closed.
Wow, really? Oh, the animation is nice.
Get into the rhythm with a brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven series. Rhythm Heaven Groove.
Cool. When? What? Multiplat. Multiplat. Switches 1 to Switch 2.
That was Rhythm Heaven Groove, a brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven series.
2026. That's gonna be
Includes
multiplat.
Lots of music produced by renowned Japanese musician Tsunku.
Nice.
What kinds of rhythms do you think you'll hear? We hope you're looking forward to it.
Gonna be on NS1 and NS2. Multiplat.
Next,
Call it.
we have news about the use of digital games on your system.
Oh, eShop.
Please take a look.
Alright, so I said that we're gonna go into a small franchise. I was hoping for Star Fox, but Rhythm Heaven's
With
good.
game cards, you can put a game featuring Mario in this Nintendo Switch system and a Legend of Zelda game in this one. Freely inserting the games you have on hand into any system you want. But what if digital games could be as flexible and convenient as game cards?
Oh, they added something?
Here's what we came up with. Introducing the virtual game card.
Uh-oh.
In the future, virtual game cards can be used for digital games.
Switch 2. They're prepping up for the, yeah. They're saying all that, but they're...
Purchasing the digital version of a game, it will be loaded onto your system as a virtual game card, allowing you to play that title. Your digital games will be lined up as virtual game cards on a dedicated management screen. Here, you can load and eject your virtual game cards and manage which games you can play on your system. If you have two Nintendo Switch systems, you can eject a virtual game card from one and load it onto the second.
Okay.
Now you can play this game on the second system wherever and whenever you want, just as if you had inserted a physical game card.
Ah!
With
Okay,
virtual
I'm
game
catching
cards,
on.
You can freely load and arrange which games you play on up to two systems. Local communication with your second system is required, but only the first time.
Oh. Okay.
You can also lend out virtual game cards to your Nintendo account family group members. Connect to your family group member system via local wireless when you want to lend a game. Choose the title you're lending and who you're lending it to. And you're done. they can now play on their own system. You can only lend one game at a time to a particular person.
Okay.
Games can be lent out for 2 weeks, after which they will automatically return to you.
Oh, there's the
Making
catch.
digital games even easier to use.
And say that it gets
Virtual game
erased.
card.
The virtual game card feature lets you swap games between Nintendo Switch systems
Oh my
as well
gosh.
as to Nintendo
The
Switch 2
potential.
systems. This feature is planned to be added via a system update in late April.
Switch 2.
Let's take a look at more Nintendo Switch games.
Oh my gosh, you could be able to do that with the Switch 2. Oh, I hope it does it with the Switch 2. Sizzle reels. Okay. Squanch games. High on Life. Justin Roiland is still at it, huh? Star Overdrive. Oh yeah, I saw that in the last direct. Looks really good. Looks like they improved on it. The Wandering Village. Oh, that's crazy. King of Meat. This is another Fall Guys game. Yeah. Luz Lagoon. Interesting. Looks like a N64 platformer. Oh, the resolution needs to be fixed. Fantasy Life should not be looking like that. No, fix that. Fix that frame rate. That's horrible.
Uncover history once more.
Is this what everyone's
An
been?
HD remaster of Saga
Wow.
Frontier 2 is venturing on to Nintendo Switch. Meet Gustav, the Royal Heir, and Will the Explorer.
Another Saga.
Heroes whose fates and legacies will intertwine across.
Yeah, Saga
generations
really
in
blew
this
up big on
RPG.
the Switch. But Square Enix only dropped one Saga game, and then all of a sudden they started dropping more Saga
Along
games,
with brand new events that expand the vibrant
and did a
world
whole
of
collection.
Saga. Plus,
The Final Fantasy
team up with
Legends
more
Saga
characters in
collection.
battle. And transfer stats to allies through the parameter inheritance system. After finishing the main story, you can test your mettle and might against even more powerful bosses. What histories will you uncover through the ages? Saga Frontier 2
Today.
Remastered launches on Nintendo Switch later today. Monumental adventures await.
This is interesting.
Embark on peaceful journeys
Monument Valley.
across this series of
1 and
beautiful
2.
puzzle games. Wander through isometric worlds filled
Why does
with
this sound familiar,
stunning
Monument
landscapes
Valley?
to manipulate, optical illusions to discover, and mystifying secrets to unfold. In Monument Valley, lead the silent Princess Ida in her quest for forgiveness while outsmarting the enigmatic Crow people. A different journey awaits in Monument Valley
Looks
2.
gorgeous.
Guide Ro in her adventure
Channeling that
through
MC
motherhood
Escher.
as she and her child unlock the secrets of the sacred geometry.
Whoa.
Both games contain all their additional chapters, add-ons, and DLC.
Not bad.
The first 2 Monument Valley games launch on Nintendo Switch
April 15th.
15th. Pre-orders begin later today on
That looks
Nintendo
gorgeous.
eShop. And
Number 3.
help Noor on her journey to restore the world's light in Monument Valley 3.
That's a cool
Set
announcement
sail
for a new
on
one.
Nintendo Switch this summer.
Mario Golf.
A brand new entry in the Everybody's Golf series is
Wow.
to Nintendo
That was
Switch.
all the way back on the 3DS.
Aim, time your button.
Do not end on this.
And take your shot.
Nice shot.
I remember this series on the 3DS.
Side spins and other special shots. In the single-player challenge mode, compete in tournaments and face off against a range of rivals to become the ultimate golfer. In Wacky Golf, Your shots could get pulled into holes, or obstacles might fall. It's golf that's not quite par for the course. Up to 4 golfers can hit the fairway together locally or in online play. So just relax and get ready to tee off. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots.
Oh
It's on
boy.
Nintendo Switch this year.
Bandai. Oh, Avengers, huh?
Unite some of Marvel's greatest superheroes in the fight against evil. Pair up 2 heroes from the
Nice! Dotemu. We got a Marvel beat 'em up. We haven't had that in ages.
ferocious Wolverine to take on the challenge. From close quarters combatants to aerial aces.
I like that they went
mix and match a
old school
variety of
arcade
heroes
style
for an amazing
pixelation.
array of possibilities. And swap between your team of 2 at any time. Take advantage of your team's strengths.
And they're all classic 90s style.
Plus, up to 4 players can assemble for local or online co-op play.
Oh, this is awesome.
The battle for the fate of the Marvel Universe begins when Marvel Cosmic
Dotemu.
Invasion launches on the Nintendo Switch system this holiday.
Mm.
That
That's
was
cool.
Cosmic Invasion, where you'll battle as a tag
Classic
team of
beat 'em
favorite
up.
superheroes. Next is our last game announcement. Please take a look.
Surprise me. Oh, you ending it on We Life. Me Life. The Miis are back. Oh, the frame rate horrible. Yeah, the Miis are back. You're ending it on this. Yeah, Tomodachi Life.
Living the dream.
The frame rates are horrible. Multiplat. NS1 and NS2. What?
Did you want to talk?
Okay.
Glad that was only a dream.
That was weird.
That was Tomodachi Life Living the Dream,
Mm.
the first new entry in the series in over 10 years. In the trailer, we saw Mii characters living on an island out at sea. What kinds of interactions do you think they'll have?
Oh, fix the frame rate, Nintendo.
Thank you for watching today's
Wow.
Nintendo Direct so far.
I'm sure Tomodachi Life fans are happy about it.
Our
No
final
doubt.
announcement is something a little different that's not a game.
Wait, what?
Here's Mr. Miyamoto to introduce it.
Okay.
Hello,
I did not
I'm
expect
Shigeru
this.
Miyamoto. Thank you for watching today's
Hey,
Nintendo Direct.
Mario's dead.
Since 2011, Nintendo Direct has delivered Nintendo news directly to you. And now, these presentations have grown into an event that many people watch.
Yes.
Thank you all very much. We'll continue to broadcast Nintendo Direct presentations, but we're also launching a new channel based on the concept of delivering information to you directly. This is a smart device app called Nintendo Today,
Really?
which functions like a daily calendar. In the app, you can view different Nintendo events. We will also be delivering all sorts of content about Nintendo games and characters every day.
That's the catch.
After the Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on
NSO
April
account.
2nd, news about Nintendo Switch 2 will be delivered to you daily and directly
What?
on the Nintendo Today app as well.
Nice.
Nintendo Today will be available to download on smart devices later today. Anyone with a Nintendo account can use the app, so please
I
check
knew
out.
it. You have to have an account.
That's all I have to share.
Wait,
I hope you enjoy
NSO
Nintendo
or
Today.
regular? That's the question. I'm not paying money to have a news app.
Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Wow, that was a surprise. Four predictions happened. We had an indie game. We got a small franchise that was Rhythm Heaven. Nintendo announced a small franchise. We got to look at Metro Prime 4, but we didn't get a date. It's still set to just 2025. So they're holding back on it. They're holding back. You know, let's see here. Good. They ended the whole thing. Let's see here. Let me just zoom in. There we go. Just want to make sure I can do this. Here we go. All right. Let's see. Indie game, small franchise, RPG opened up with Dragon Quest and Metro Prime 4. So they didn't announce any NSO games. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 wasn't covered. Nothing out there like an MS game or anything. I was predicting MS games as something out there. It didn't happen. So yeah. I mean, I would say it's 50-50. You know, I would say please say that's 50-50. You know what I mean? I wish there was a little bit more. You know. So I wouldn't say a little bit more. Like, they had some good stuff. I guess it's because of the way they ended. They ended on Tomodachi Life. I would have picked Rhythm Heaven, honestly, not Tomodachi Life. I'll be honest with you, or Metro Prime 4 Beyond. I would have ended it with either of those two. Tomodachi Life was not something I expected. I know it's been 10 years. I understand why they had to end it on 10 years. I just think that was not the game I would have picked, especially showing the frame rates, and I'm gonna get into that when I do the rundown. Yeah, that was the Nintendo Direct. Ended on a disappointment. All right, so I'll see y'all for the rundown. All right. Thanks for joining me.